There are a total of 39 trophies that can be obtained in Honkai Star Rail on PlayStation 5, and I have passively earned 27 of them over the year. So I decided it's time to get serious and get all of the rest and hear that wonderful sound the console makes when you get the much desired Platinum trophy. In this video, I will present my journey with everything I did to acquire the last 12 trophies. The methodology I will use to obtain the remaining trophies is simple. I will follow the order already established by the game. Apparently, all the remaining trophies are classified in the bronze category, so they shouldn't be very difficult to obtain. Firstly, I will try to obtain the trophy Disposable. I must walk through the Herta space station and talk to Herta's dolls that are hidden throughout the station. Sounds simple enough. I will find the first doll in the master control zone, so I'll teleport there. I'm not sure if it's enough to just interact with them or if I have to go through all the dialogue options. To be sure that everything goes well, I'll choose the longer option and talk to all the dolls until there are no more dialogue left. There aren't that many Hertas anyway, just 6 spread throughout the station. After speaking with the first doll, it's time to head to speak with the second Herta, who is at the entrance of the simulated universe. I find the third doll at the end of the left corridor in the base zone. I talk to her, but she doesn't have much to say. To speak to the next doll, I will need to teleport to the first floor of the storage zone and go to a room at the end of the southeast corridor. Apparently, this Herta is not yet online, so she has no dialogue options. I find the next doll in the same area, but on a different floor. I teleport to the second floor, and once I reach the central platform, I cross the bridge and talk to the fifth Herta, who is also offline. The last doll can be found in the supply zone near the teleport point, and after talking to her, I will receive the Disposable-trophy. It was a fairly easy trophy to obtain, which most players obtain organically by exploring the station a bit at the beginning of the game. To earn the Heart Locker trophy, I need to head to the administrative district on the planet Yarillos 6. There, I will find an abandoned suitcase on a bridge and interact with it. After a long monologue delivered by the protagonist, something unexpected happens. Honestly, this whole monologue reminded me of Disco Elysium, one of my favorite games ever. Someone on the MiHoYo's writing team is definitely also a fan, but I digress. In the dialogue options, I have the possibility to use an item called Praise of the High Morals to obtain an additional trophy, Karmic Wheel. To be honest, I don't even know where I got this object from. I guess I collected it while strolling through Yarillos 6 because I have multiple copies. After receiving the extra trophy and exhausting all the dialogue options when interacting with the suitcase, I received the Heart Locker trophy. Cool, 2 trophies in one interaction. To get the next trophy, I don't even have to go far because the person I need to talk to is also in the administrative district. I head to the Golden Theater to talk to an NPC named Tamila to get a trophy called La 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 Land. I guess the trophy is a reference to the movie La La Land, but since I haven't seen it, I don't really understand what it's about or how well written the reference is. The next trophy is called Winter City Trap. To obtain it, I must go to the Vanguard camp in the robot settlement and talk to Eunice. After she's done spitting bars for a few minutes, I receive the trophy. To get the next trophy, I have to go to Boulder Town. There, I go to the Fight Club, where I find a mysterious invitation on a table for a tournament called Dark Fist. After reading the invitation, I take it with me and go outside of the club to gather my thoughts and see how to proceed. Near the stairs, I notice a suspicious kid, so I go to talk to him because he might know something about this underground tournament. I show him the invitation and he takes me behind the building to an alley where 3 more kids are waiting for me. Apparently, this mysterious tournament is one where you have to play rock, paper, scissors, and they are my opponents. My strategy to win the tournament and destroy these kids is quite simple. I will only use scissors in all matches regardless of the opponent. With this brilliant tactic, I managed to win against the first opponent, but instead I lose against the second. So everything will be decided in the last match. I must admit that the second loss made me question my strategy and I wanted to change my tactics to mislead the last kid. But luckily, I followed the initial plan and won the last match. After the kids went home with their tails between their legs, I received the trophy for ages 12 and up. To earn the Banality of Evil-trophy, I need to complete a slightly longer quest called the Vessel of Mediocrity, which is divided into 3 parts. Luckily, I already have done the first 2 parts and I only have the last part left to solve. I teleport to the location where I fought Kokolia because there is a puzzle to be solved there in which I have to move some boxes in the correct order in order to free some children. After solving the puzzle, which took me longer than I care to admit, I received the trophy and completed the quest. To earn the 7 birds in the hand is worth 1000 in the bush trophy, I'll need to play a bit of detective and find the lost courier cranes throughout the Lofu. Each one represents a cardinal sin. To start my investigation, I head to Central Starkiv and speak with the depressed Psycrane. After exhausting all the dialogue options, I'll be tasked by another NPC to find and return the other 6 missing birds. I find the second bird in the same area where I already am, and after interacting with it, it tells me that it will go back home if we play hide and seek and I manage to find it. Fortunately for me, it leaves me a map of the limited area where the game will take place, and since it doesn't do a very good job at hiding, I find it immediately, thus forcing it to keep its promise. The third bird can be found in the same area at the street food stall. After playing a game where I have to exhaust all the conversation options, the bird will fly back to where it came from. To find the fourth bird, I need to teleport to the Exalting Sanctum. I will find it near a fountain, and after solving a simple math riddle, it will return home the way it came. Finally, a situation that puts my degree to good use. I find the fifth bird in Clawford, lying on the ground, waiting to be repaired. After giving it proper maintenance and repairs, the bird flies home. The sixth bird is located in the southern part of the same area. After talking to it, it tells me that it wants me to escort it to a specific location to retrieve its lost photo album. I decide to go with it and defeat everything in my path until we reach the album. Then the bird flies back home. I find the last bird in Stargazer Navalia. After wandering through this maze for a few minutes, I find a bird that is about to be attacked by enemies, so I decide to help it. I confront its enemies, save it, and tell it to go home. Now that I have found all 7 birds, it's time to return to the NPC who sent me on this long quest and earned my well-deserved trophy. To get the perfect detective trophy, I have to complete a mission called A Night Stranger, in which I have to track down Lucha and find out where and with whom he was spending his time when he disappeared for 2 hours after parting ways with Dan Hang and Sushang. To solve this mystery, I was assisted by March and Welt. The mission is quite funny, with a lot of references clearly inspired by the Detective Conan manga series. To start, I have to go to the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery to gather all the information related to this case. Then I have to find the last person who was in contact with Lucha. From her, we learn some contradictory information compared to the official one presented at the beginning of the case. Once the information was synthesized, we try to put ourselves in Lucha's shoes and recreate the actions he took while he was missing. Even after all this, we still couldn't put together what really happened, and March created her own narrative without too much evidence. In the end, the truth comes out when we speak to 2 people that Lucha saved, and we find out that he's not really as bad as we thought initially. Thus, the mission ends and we receive the trophy. To earn the Diogenes Utopia-trophy, we must return to Yarilo 6, specifically to the administrative district. There, I need to search all the trash cans scattered around the city and collect the items I find discarded in them. Once I find 10 items, I receive the trophy. For the last trophy, 50 credits, I have to stay here in the administrative district. All I have left to do to get the platinum trophy is to walk around the city and look for all the wanted posters of the characters who initially infiltrated Belobog at the beginning of the game. There are a total of 7 posters, 2 of which I have already found, so there are only 5 left. I find the first poster with Sampo near the Goethe Hotel and take it down from the wall. The second poster is with March, and it's in the immediate vicinity of the first one, just a few meters away. I take this one down as well, then head to the stairs that go down to the cable car to look for the third poster. On a billboard, I find the poster with the main character and take it down. Then I head to the Golden Thither to find the last 2. The fourth poster is near the stairs and it's also with March, and the fifth with Dan Hang is on the wall across where I am. When I take down the poster with Dan Hang, I get the trophy 50 credits. And a few seconds later, I get another trophy, the well-deserved Platinum. And so, I managed to get the Platinum trophy in Honkai Star Rail after playing for over a year.